I
Yes,
don't
I
know.
wrote it in the chat. I'm at work right now. I can't really.
Okay, I'll go ahead and read your question. So the question from Miss Candy is, what has profit and loss look like in your journey as a filmmaker? Residual, mental, and physically, excuse me. Mentally and physically.
Yeah, everything has been good, man. Mentally, I'm mentally a strong person, so mentally a lot of stuff ain't gonna get to me mentally because it can't break me because it didn't make me, so it ain't gonna get to me mentally like that. Physically, man, you know what I'm saying. I do be a little tired every now and then because it's early mornings and late nights and stuff like that. So that's another thing too. You do be tired. It is all day. You're shooting for 2 weeks straight, all day and all night. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that does take a toll on you physically and stuff like that.
Okay. And thank you so much for that response. We had another question in the chat from Xvada, and he said, do you think AI will revolutionize the film industry? And in what way do you see it being best implemented?
Yeah, I actually do. I think the AI is going to get crazy in a couple of years, though. I think all of this stuff is about to get crazy. I think the technology is ahead of its time right now. Things are going like really fast. The driving cars, the Chat GPT, all of this stuff is moving actually really fast. I think by like 2028, everything is going to look different. So I do think the AI will affect everything. I just don't know what way yet, but we will see it though. I'm sure about that because it's becoming to get too powerful, and I just hope it doesn't take away the creativity from people, where it's like you could tell AI, hey, I want this, and the third, and you don't no longer have to create anything anymore. You could just tell them what to do. So I hope it doesn't get like that because then everything will be watered down and you won't be able to see who's who because everybody could do the same thing pretty much. So I'm not too sure. I really do think it will have a toll in the future though. But as of right now, I'm not really too sure. I haven't seen too much of it in like the movies and stuff like that as of yet.
So that leads me to my question. It is asked by AI, actually. And it says, Silk, your work often explores complex themes of identity, resilience, and the human experience, particularly within the context of marginalized communities. As a writer director, how do you approach the process of crafting narratives that don't not only entertain, but also provoke thought and foster empathy among audiences?
Yeah, that's pretty much easy, man. So basically, like I was saying, you got to know your audience, and the first thing you want to do is you want to get the audience engaged. So you have to get them engaged first, that they're sticking around, and once you got them sticking around, you could drop Jews on them. You could throw a little sprinkle some Jews in there. You could throw the action in there. You could pull at the heartstrings and throw some emotional stuff in there, some sad stuff. A sad thing happened. I'm like, dang, why they ain't have to do that person like that? So once you get the audience attention, you could pretty much take it from there, and go any route that you want to go to. You could go strong with it. You could go back and forth. You could do sad and then shock value. It's a lot of things you could do once you have the audience. So that's what I try to do. I try to grip the audience first, grab their attention, and then from there, it just depends on the storyline and what the title of the show is, and that's the direction I'm gonna go with it.
All right, all right, all right. I got a question. Silk White. This is Josiah. I watched the Transporter. I'm on season 3. Can you share a funny behind the scenes thing with the Transporter? Or I did watch All I Want Is You. Can you share behind the scenes moments? Anything happened behind the scenes?
Yeah, man, with the transporter, man, there was so many things happen, man. We had somebody fall down the stairs.
Wow.
Um, it- yeah, man, it was so hot. For one of those seasons, I forgot it was either season 2 or season 3, where we was in a barn with the Psycho Ed
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah.
and and it was so hot that we had to have like a couple of fans on like the main two girls, man, because it was just so hot, man, and and bugs and just what I'm saying. It just be a lot. This is stuff people don't really get to see and stuff like that. But Yeah, it'd be a lot
And
going
oh
on
yeah, I had
behind the
another
scenes.
question too, because I watched the Transporter the first season. Within 5 minutes of that episode, somebody was getting fellatio, and then when I watched All I Want Is You, somebody was getting fellatio within 5 minutes. Is that your signature? Like,
Mm.
um,
Nah.
I had to ask that, but I don't know if you know what I mean, but.
I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I think you played the one dude or whatever, man. Hector told you to get rid of old dude or whatever, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That definitely was me in the transporter. Um, and nah, that's definitely not a signature. It just happened to turn out that way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow. And oh yeah, since you do you prefer acting in some of your movies or TV shows, or is like a you can't feel the character so you act in it, or you don't mind acting in your
um,
own films or TV shows?
yeah, I try to stay like behind the scenes. A lot of times, if I do something, it'll be like a small role, man. Because these you know, just because I write it and stuff, and I could put myself in it, man. When I see these other actors, man, they're really talented, man. They really take this seriously, and it's like, you know, I don't want to take an opportunity for somebody who actually is practicing and this and the third, you know, just because it's me. So I actually just really stay behind the scenes and stuff like that. Every now and then I might slip here and there if it's like a small little role, like the one you talking about. You know what I'm saying? I had like 3 scenes and got killed, so I do little stuff like that. But I don't want to take away an opportunity from a real actor or somebody with talent who's just waiting for an opportunity. And just because it's my stuff, I could throw myself in there. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I ain't read the book, the Tales of a Hustler, but I am watching the season. Um, is it hard to the transferring the characters from that? And the other question was how it feel to work with what's her name, Crystal the Dow. I love her.
Yeah, Crystal Ball, that's my girl right there, man. So she's definitely very talented, man. She comes in, you know, I had to ask her like, how you be doing all of this stuff, man? Because she comes, man, she knows all her lines, and when she leaves to go to another state to go do a whole nother movie and know the lines for that movie as well, man. So I just congratulated her, applauded her. The last time I was with her, I was like, yo, you dope, man. I don't know how you doing this stuff, because she doesn't miss a beat. She's you know, on time and very professional and stuff like that. But The Tears of a Hustler, man, that's one of my best books right there. And it was actually good to put that out, man. That book came out in like 2008, and the season one just came out in 2024, man. So it was pretty good to put that out. And this one was pretty easy to transform it from a book to a screenplay, because it's a series. So
Wow.
if you're doing a
Right.
movie, you got to take a lot of stuff out. Since this was a series, I could make the series as long as possible. And now we just finished shooting season two, so season two is on the
Okay.
way for
Okay.
that.
I don't want to hold the floor. Anybody else got a question? Team or the stage? I got a question.
I I, I did have one because you talked about the psychological aspect to the role that you were playing in a barn, and I definitely had a question regarding that. So if it's okay if I could just throw that in really quickly and then return the mic back to the stage, is that cool?
Yeah, you good. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So your character often displays psychological complexity, right? How do your character, excuse me, how do you approach the psychological development of your characters, and what methods do you use to convey their inner struggle to the audience? Because sometimes that can be difficult. Some people will say, act this way, and it just never comes out right, and it gives off fake or phony. But like I said before, you have a knack for these things. So how is the process without giving away all the tea?
So yeah, so pretty much, man, when I write it, like I said, it's just basically storyline stuff. When I write, I'm like, oh nah, they gonna go crazy when this guy coming. The guy name was Psycho Ed, so you know he's like a crazy, you know, he's like a crazy person, right? So I knew they was gonna love it. Now I had to find somebody who could pull it off, and this is where the auditions come in at. So it's like, you know, we have hundreds of people, you know, auditioning. I'd be feeling bad because it's like, let's say we have 20 roles. It'd be hundreds of people auditioning for like 20 spots, and it'd be so many people that's good. You know what I'm saying? But you only could get one person for the thing.